Hello everybody, my name is Pravus, and welcome back to more Plague Inc. Evolved custom scenarios. Though pretty soon we should probably move on to some Rebel Inc. custom scenarios. You guys see they opened up the workshop? That's pretty exciting. Today we're going to be trying out a scenario called Prion Outbreak by Jumper5050! Who has very patiently been waiting for me to try out his scenario once I come back to Plague Inc. So alright, happy to do it. You are a old Prion that has brought back after a lab outbreak. They don't fully know how it works, so the cure doesn't start instantly because the Prion has bent and folded to a state they don't understand the cure fully. I'm gonna assume just they don't recognize. That probably gets the point across. Will humanity be able to let the pattern not repeat and find a cure in time? Okay, I think I got the gist of that one, which is basically to say the Prion, they're not going to start up the cure, it's going to be a little bit slower. All right, we can work with that. Let's go for a Darwinist on that. Apparently, I don't have any of my typical genes here, but that's probably fine. I don't even remember what's good, frankly, for a Prion. I guess we'll just go for the symptostasis. Seems fine. All right, jumping into it. Now, of course, the trick of the Prion being that it does have a delayed impact before it starts to have effect with its symptoms or transmissions and so on. So the timing's all off, which is one of the reasons the Prion has consistently been one of the harder things for me to beat, simply because I've done this for so long, I get in a certain rut, and then it turns out my timing's all off and I lose. Anyway, the lab in Brazil has had an outbreak and now the PAX Pre-43 pandemic has started. It had to be Brazil, didn't it? After years, the population has boomed in some parts of the world and this Prion has a high mutation chance, so be careful. So you're saying going for Darwinist was in fact a mistake? Gird it. Okay, fine. Transmissions, what do we got? Well, some standard options like air and water, insects and blood, but also droll. You mean drool? You probably mean drool. Lamb. Oh, what you gotta do to the poor lamb? All right. Sleep lowers infectivity and severity. Huh. Okay. Interesting. So it's kind of the opposite of insomnia. Just makes everyone a little bit slothful. What else we have? Confusion, rash, cell decay. Pathogen builds up in the brain and clogs areas preventing cells to live. Insomnia. How that is going to combine with this, I don't know. It probably is torturous, honestly. And uncontrolled nerve reflex. Uncontrolled nerve? The nerves start to have uncontrolled spasms. Fantastic spelling across the board here. Just chef's kiss. Beautiful stuff. Causing body failure a bit and slowing the cure. Well, I do like anything that slows the cure. For our abilities, it looks like mostly standard stuff as far as our resistances, but also we have neural atrophy, which again, I'm pretty sure is the standard Prion, but it's all suspiciously rearranged, so I don't know what to expect here. Let's go ahead and get some extra humid transmission in Brazil. They are rural and they are hot, so anything that helps with that would still probably be pretty good. Do we want to go for droll? I mean, lamb would be good for the rural, spelled rual here, but the mutation chance scares me just a smidge, and I don't really see any good reason to lower the infectivity and severity. I mean, maybe there is a good reason. Maybe there's a reason you have to do that because the mutation chance is likely to work horribly against you, and you're trying to slow down that severity growth a little bit. I don't know, maybe, but I'm still kind of thinking now. Let's go for some more water transmission, just kind of building up in our native biome. I did notice the year is 2043. That's interesting. Higher Earth populations often do mean extra opportunities. Oh yeah, we have 17 billion people on the planet. It does usually mean extra DNA, so this could work out really well for us. It could also make us really overpowered, not sure. Gonna go for some insects. We have infected hundreds of people. That's fan-flippantastic. Again, with the resetting of my default settings. I don't know why this keeps happening. People keep trying to tell me, you know, if you just did this. It's like, I know I can turn them off, but I don't check before every video. And then lo and behold, for some reason, a lot of my default settings just keep getting reset. I don't know why. So we get some of those pop-ups. I would think if you turn that off, you shouldn't get it, reset. It's not like I'm reinstalling the game every few days or anything, but for some reason, it just sort of works out that way. Do we want cell confusion? No, probably not. Cell decay? No. Rash for a bit of extra infectivity would be tempting, but I am a little bit worried about going too high on my severity without a good plan. Do we want to go for extra insects? The mutation chance scares me, but yeah, we're not spreading fast enough in Brazil. I mean, yeah, we're up to a few million, but this is still not quite anywhere close to the critical mass we need to really start getting out of here. This is now a point where air transmission would make a lot of sense because now that we are getting toward that critical mass, we should be getting on a lot of planes and getting around the world. Could go for blood, maybe. Let's instead go for droll 2. Apparently there's something here in the middle. It's probably really good. Maybe that actually justifies getting sleepy. Maybe. I mean, could be a thing. It could be a thing. Seizures, don't want those yet. Too much. Let's go for some more drug resistance since we are in places like the USA. I'm hoping that we are going to be getting into Europe soon. There we go. Boom. And that's why you want to see that. Cold resistance, I don't think we need yet, though we will want at some point soon. Let's go for the lamb. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about it. A mutation chance, you know, the mutation chance giveth, and the mutation chance taketh away. You don't always know what you're going to get. Notice, by the way, we are rolling in points simply because the population of the world is so stinking high. Let's go for sleep level 1 and then level 2. This actually gets my severity down to a reasonable level, and that leads to genetic spread. Genes in the pathogen make it spread in other ways. 32 DNA points to get that. All right. I'm not sure this is the optimal path. It's just, you know, at some point on only normal difficulty, I do like to explore what types of content other folks have put together. It just feels about right. Boom, 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 boom. Let's do it. So what does that get me? Extreme water spread, extreme air spread, and bugs. Extreme bugs? I want them to be extreme bugs. Okay, well, cool. So some huge infectivity opportunities. Got it. Well, we're going to go for extreme air spread, since I'm pretty sure we have enough water transmission at this point. I do need to be getting some cold resistance, because I do think that as we get in places like Russia and Canada, we're going to be struggling a little bit since we started off in Brazil. Complex tasks just slowing down the cure. The cure hasn't even begun. Why are we worried about the cure? Answer, we're not. We're not worried about the cure at all. Let's go for the rash. That leads to sweating. That's good in the cold. Skin lesions, obviously fan-flip-fantastic. And, oh, my favorite, necrosis. We do love necrosis. Necrosis is good. The only thing I'm scared about here is Greenland. I am highly worried that Greenland is out of reach. We're going to go for extreme water spread to try and maximize our opportunity to get on a boat. You know, they say, I'm on a boat. I don't even know what that reference is from, actually. I just know that it's, like, been around for freaking ever. Norway or Russia? Oh, there we go. All right, so are we in every country I care about? Yes, everything else is a matter of land borders. Well, that's fantastic. It means it's necrosis time, and also seizure time, and insanity time. I mean, we are rolling in DNA. I've got absolutely zero problems at this point. I'm going to spend some DNA just to get all the way up to environmental hardening, because it's worth it at this point. And also, true resistance. All right, so resistance... I know it sounds the same, but resistance and resistance are not the same thing in English. It's a really dumb language. I'm sorry, but it is sometimes. T-A-N-C-E. Resistance is what you're looking for there. Or is it E-N-C-E? No, I think it's... no. Wait. Frick. Now I'm... Okay, you know what? Well, someone will yell at me in the comment section when I'm inevitably wrong. Regardless, yeah, it's confusing, I admit it. All right, so we're spreading unbelievably quickly. We've had more than enough DNA at this point. Do we want to go for paralysis and stuff? I kind of want to go down the cell decay route and just see what happens. So extreme brain cysts. The brain starts to form giant lumps on the prion, making big cysts. Hard to cure and lethal. Good. Cell confusion is apparently very lethal. That leads to memory loss, which slows down the cure. And then we have total brain and body failure. I love the N instead of like and, because it's like, you know, Toys R Us kind of a thing. It's just like brain and body. You know, like a cheap infomercial or something. I think that's just funny. Pathogen affects the brain to a point it shuts down and causes all the other parts of the body to fail, but the cure will boost to find it before it's too late. Really? The humans actually have like a second wind? Huh. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be locked behind this tree. That's usually how this works, but maybe not. Regardless, let's go for some paralysis, and that would lead to coma, which of course is very good if you want to be slowing down the cure even further. There are no healthy people left in the world. I just need one more DNA point, please. Not getting that because apparently, you know, if everyone's infected, even with 17 billion people, they're not gonna give me any more DNA. I'm supposed to get DNA when people die. Someone give me DNA. Thank you. Coma. There you go. It just slows down the cure a little bit more. And now we just sort of sit back and wait, apparently. All right. Well, I mean, any of these would certainly work. I don't really know what they mean by giving the disease a boost in the cure. If it were horribly unbalanced, it's one of those things you press toward the very end because, lo and behold, they suddenly get like a 6 times research rate or something. As it is, I'm looking at this a little bit suspiciously. 25%, yes. I mean, it doesn't feel like it should be that bad, but look how slowly we're killing, all things considered. Not good. Let's go over uncontrolled nerve reflex 3 just to try and boost that up. And if we do get a mutation chance that possibly gets me the big one for free, well, so be it. Alternatively, we don't even care. Yeah, all right, we go for more lethality. Let's see. How much are you really gonna work? I mean, the world's infected. Billions of people are dead, and only now are they deciding, oh, freaking heck, I guess we should unite and actually solve this problem as a species. Yeah, that's humanity for you. They run around like chickens with their head cut off. Or they just sort of entrench and they just say, I don't care about you, I got mine, I'm safe. Get off my lawn. I don't know. Well, if there's anything we learned out of COVID, it's that humans don't always work together very well, even when they really, really, really should. Anyway, only half a billion people left, just sitting back and waiting. Bum ba da bum 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 ba da bum bum. This is taking way too long, considering we have really high lethality. For real, seriously, gosh, dang, people, I've got pretty darn good lethality. It should be faster than this, right? All right, well, this scenario would obviously benefit from a smidge more. Just a smidge more lethality options would be nice. But other than that, honestly, this scenario has quite a good amount of customization to it. It actually works really well. I'm not sure really how unique the Prion is, aside from the fact that we apparently got a good delay in the research, which we took to the bank. But yeah, no, I mean, it's solid. What it really needs is just a bit of an editing as far as like the English language and grammar and spelling and such. That's kind of it. Otherwise, this scenario, bravo. I appreciate it when people actually can come up with a good amount of customization, and that's exactly what this author did. And frankly, it's refreshing. I've been playing a lot of very redundant scenarios in my own time and not publishing them lately, so good job. I appreciate that. 567 days. Hey, how often do you get a 567 just like that? 38%, 425,000 points. The reason this is so high, despite the fact that we took over a year and got 3 stars, is because the population was so stinking high, which worked really well for us, and we got so much extra DNA. I definitely will give this a thumbs up. Well done. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If so, then I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time.